The role of the city attorney in this city and any other city is very important, including the relationship that you establish with the San Diego County District Attorney's Office as we, handle misdemeanors and felony crimes. What do you plan, if any, what do you plan to do with the relationship that has been ongoing, and do you plan to implement any changes as, if elected, a city attorney between the city attorney's office and the San Diego County District Attorney's Office? Thank you.
Mr. Gooding, you first.
The relationship between the City Attorney's Office and the District Attorney's Office is a very important one. I think it needs to be strengthened and nurtured. One thing that we share, as you know, Jesse, is concurrent jurisdictions over misdemeanors. The current arrangement is for City of Chula Vista to handle misdemeanors that relate to violations of city code, and the District Attorney's Office handles misdemeanors that involve violations of state laws and other more serious crimes, and obviously including the felonies. I personally don't see any reason to change that. I think we need to look at it. We need to talk with the police department. We need to make sure that we're getting the prosecution assistance that we need, that's important in order to enforce those laws in the city. But until we hear, the police chief tells me, city council tells me that we're out of whack on that, I think that's an appropriate arrangement. And I think expanding our prosecutorial function into your role would not be appropriate and would not be productive and would not add value.
Thank you very much. Mr. Costas.
Right, I concur with Mr. Googins. Early on in the campaign, it was one of my first questions that I had for the city attorney's office and the city attorney position was how they work with the district attorney's office, particularly with regard to enforcement of misdemeanors. My concern came from my own practical experience in representing clients that were homeowners who were being fined for code enforcement issues when they had dwellings on their house, their property for a very long time, and then eventually code enforcement didn't work, so the DA picked it up and slapped a $150 citation on what was a $20,000 fine. So my question is really more geared towards, is there information flow between the city attorney and the district attorney's office? And I think that's where we need to focus our efforts on, is making sure that the district attorney is prosecuting misdemeanors in a way that addresses law enforcement issues here in the city of Chula Vista and code enforcement issues when they become a criminal matter. So I think in my investigation, I have concluded that I think that the San Diego District Attorney's Office needs to maintain its current enforcement of misdemeanors, but there needs to be more work between the two offices. And as a former prosecutor, I think I know exactly where you guys are coming from and where your mentality is in prosecution.
Thank you very much. Mr. Fagan.
Well, I believe I'm the only one at the table. When he says former prosecutor, I think I'm the only one who's prosecuted cases under criminal law, California criminal law. I am a former senior deputy district attorney. I have sent people to prison. I do understand the penal code. And I think the first thing, before you can meet with the district attorney and work on the relationship with the district attorney, is to meet with the citizens. You meet with the citizens and make a determination as to whether those misdemeanors that we call quality of life crimes are being properly addressed. I can't tell you that they're not. I don't live on the streets that you live on, and if you have a concern that there's drug usage and paraphernalia on your streets and prostitution and those types of things, and they're not being adequately addressed, then I think the second step is to sit down with the district attorney's office and identify those things and ask them to help with those things. I think all of us agree that it's not necessarily appropriate to pull misdemeanors back into the city attorney's office. So I would work with the district attorney's office to make sure that your quality of life crimes are being properly addressed to your satisfaction.
Thank you very much.